What's up, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all shapes, sizes, colors, and anybody else I may have forgotten? Welcome to another day and another episode of Amateur Pool. I'm Josh Powell, and today we've got a 9-ball match. We're playing Tap League against Jerry Rogers. Now, if you watched my video from yesterday or the day before, I played Jerry in 8-ball. This is the same night. We matched up again in 9-ball. Let's see if I get revenge, boys and girls. He beat me in the 8-ball set, barely, hill, because I scratched on the 8, and I'm out for vengeance. Will I get it? Will I get vengeance? Let's find out, man. And don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't done it already. All right, let's see what's going on here. I was doing my intro while the match was playing, so I don't know exactly what's going on yet. I got to watch here for a second. Jerry's at the table. He's shooting at the 2. Is he going to scratch? No, he's not. But he is going to miss the shot. He had to draw the cue ball, so he avoided the scratch there. And I don't know if maybe he was thinking about that more so than the make on the shot, but that's pretty common. I do that a lot. All right, so I'm up at the table with the 2-ball, hit the center, and just come one rail over for shape on the 3. Ooh, I barely made that. Had that been a diamond, never would have went in. But valleys are very forgiving when you shoot a bad shot like I just did. You know, very forgiving, guys. All right, and I got the 3-ball. Looks like I don't see if the 4-ball's on the table. I can't see over here. Yeah, okay, I came down for the 5-ball. A little far. This is an easy safety if I want it. I can bank the 5 here and draw the cue ball straight back to where it's at now. And if I make the 5, I'll have a shot on the 6. If I don't make the 5, I safe them. It's a 2-way. I like this. And I did make the 5. So that worked out. That was a 2-way shot. I was trying to make it, but I was also playing the safe. All right, easy peasy, straight top. Just roll over to here for the 7. Easy peasy. Okay, I just went one rail. That was easy. Easy peasy, I guess is how I say it. I don't know what peasy is, but man, I've been saying that a long time. Who knows? Straight follow on this one. Should lead me to the 8, nice and simple like, you know. That's what I need to start doing, getting back to just keeping it simple. Don't try to do too much with the cue ball. Even that one shot over here where I said to do this way, that was too much, you know. It was smarter just to play it one rail up like that. On that 7-ball, I think it was. Or to shape the 7, I can't remember. You guys know what I'm talking about. And that's it for our first rack, guys. That was a quick one. I'm up 1-0. And it's my break. Winner breaks. We have a race to 5. I had to give him a game on the wire in 8-ball, but in 9-ball, even race. So we're both. I can't remember what our skill levels are. 6 maybe. I think we're skill level 6s. I think that's what it is. In 8-ball, I'm a skill level 6. I know in tap. And 9-ball, I think it's the same, but I'm not. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure. I just play. You know, I show up, I play. That's it. All right, Jerry fired that 1-ball in like it had eyes, man. That wasn't the easiest shot in the world, and he had to jack his stick up to do it, so props to him. Now he's on the 2 with a little, I was going to say with a little draw, he would be dead on the 3, but he missed his shot left. So I got 2 ways to play this. I can use bottom with a little bit of left and come back and forth like this, or I can use right and go this way. Either way, I'm going to shape the 3 on the side. Looks like I'm using bottom. Okay, I just came back one rail. That was dangerous because I had to put more left and flirt with this pocket right there. I probably shouldn't have played it that way, but it worked out here. Nice soft touch there. So I used left spin and actually aim that at this point. That way the left spin I put on the cue ball through the 3-ball dead center of the pocket, but that allowed me to get the angle to drift the cue ball forward. Otherwise, my cue ball would have came down this way and it could have been trouble. I hope you guys followed what I was just saying there. I'm sure you did. You guys are super intelligent people. You know, all pool players are. You know, we're the most intelligent species on the planet. Just kidding. Just a little joke, you know. I've seen some pool players, boy, that have more teeth than brain cells. I'll tell you that, and that's not saying a lot, you know. We've all seen those kind of pool players, man. They're fun, exciting, you know. It's what makes our sport interesting, guys. Been getting a lot of negative comments about 7-foot tables lately too, man, and it's kind of irritating. Like I even saw a pro, I'm not going to say his name, but on Facebook he posted this big long rant about, never playing a bar box tournament again because he's got to give weight and the bar box should be a leveling factor. Well, that's crap, man. It makes me angry when I see pros do that because shouldn't they be trying to grow the sport, right? Instead of putting down what size table people are playing on. I mean, the whole goal, I mean, pros don't make a ton of money playing pool, not like other sports. So the whole goal should be to increase the popularity of our sport, not what table size someone's playing on. You know what I mean? It's just irritating, man. Like that pro who posted this was probably upset because he got beat by somebody he shouldn't have gotten beat by. We've all been there. We've all done it. But man up, bro. You're a pro. Stop putting down people because of what size table they play on. Man up, dude. If our sport gets big enough, you'll be able to only play with other pros, right? And amateurs will play with amateurs. Right now we have all these open tournaments that amateurs and pros play, and we have these handicap tournaments that both play. And that's because we don't have enough popularity. If we had more interest in our sport, you could have your own little pro tournament all the time, bro. You know, and you would make more money doing it because more people would watch. So man up. Stop being a little punk. You know who I'm talking about. If you guys see him on Facebook, you know who I'm talking about. And if you don't see him on Facebook, I'm not going to say who it is because that's not me. I just didn't like it when I saw it. I read it and I thought, man, what a jerk, man. So over half the people who play pool in the U.S. play on well over half. It's a vast majority play on 7-foot tables simply because a lot of places don't have space for 9-foot tables, bro. We would all rather play on 9-foot tables. That's just not what's available. You know what I'm saying? So whatever brings popularity to our sport, and including playing on 7-foot, they play on 3-foot tables for all I care. If they enjoy playing pool, more power to them, man. And shame on any pro who puts people down for that. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's my rant, guys. I didn't mean to talk about that for so long. I apologize. Let's get back to the match here. I was just upset when I read it. You know, made me upset. Wanted to reach out and touch somebody. You know, that was a good shot by Jerry. You know, he hit it a little bit too hard, and I think he might have actually got married up to that 9 ball, so he's touching it. And if that's the case, he may not be able to hit this 2. He may actually have to kick this way to hit the 2. And it looks like that's what he's going to do because I don't think he's going to line up to try to hit that 2 without touching the 9. That's crazy talk. Crazy talk. He's picking a little piece of fuzz off the table, you know. I do that sometimes. Sometimes because the piece of fuzz there bothers me, and sometimes because I want to stall and procrastinate on the shot because I don't like my shot, you know. All right, he made a good hit. He left me a clear look at this 2 ball, but I really don't have a great pocket for it. If I want to get adventurous, I could try to bank it down here. Realistically, though, I should probably just play the cue ball to come over, sneak in behind that 8. Would probably be the smarter way to play it. A little bit of right spin to check it. Yeah, that's what I was trying. I was trying to get behind the 8. I didn't get behind the 8, but I did get behind the what is that, the 5-6. I got behind the 5-6, and I still left him hooked, you know. Now, he's going to pull out a jump cue, and he's going to jump that, and he's probably going to make a good hit, but I'm willing to take my chances on him making that shot. The chances are higher that he misses than if he makes it. So we'll have to see what happens, though. It's not to say he can't make it. He I was going to say he absolutely can. And then I got hung up on my words, and then he done shot and missed it before I even said anything, bro. Jeez, I'm off my game today. It's Saturday, man. I hope everybody's enjoying the weekend out there. You guys may not see this until Sunday. I don't know if it'll post tonight or not. But either way, hope you enjoyed the weekend or you are enjoying the weekend, just depending on when you see this. You know what I'm saying? All right, made a good shot there. Bumped the 5 out so I wouldn't have to play this 5-8 combo, but I bumped it a little far, and now I'm forced to play that bank that I was looking at earlier. Let's see if I can actually make it, though. If I can make it, there's a good chance I get out because the rest of the table's pretty open. We'll have to see. I said good chance because even with an open table, there's good opportunity for me not to get out. I did a good job with that bank, and I put top on it, a little bit of top left to get the cue ball to come down in here for a shot on the 6. I would have loved the cue ball to stop about 6 inches earlier so I could shoot the 6 straight over into the side. I may still be able to cut it in the side, but I think more likely I'm going to go to the corner now, which is a harder shot. Maybe I am going side. It's hard to tell. Yeah, I did. Straight bottom. I used straight bottom on that. So the cue ball would just bend and then go straight back and forth. If I put left or right, the cue ball would have either came back this way or this way. And neither of those would have turned out as well. Now I've got a great shot on the 7, leads to the 8, which leads to the 9. There's a high likelihood I'm going to get out here, you know what I mean? In fact, I'd say the chances are way better of me getting out than not getting out, which is saying a lot the way I've been playing lately, you know? If you guys watch my videos, you know I've been struggling a lot. I'm not going to say I'm in a slump because I'm not playing like horrible. I'm just definitely, it's been a long time since I've felt dead stroke, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Everything's a struggle to me right now. Nothing feels easy when I play pool, you know? It just happens sometimes, man. You know, hopefully I'll start feeling my stroke and playing real good again. But until that happens, I just keep grinding. Just got to keep grinding. Now, these tables did not rack great, man. That's why you're going to see a lot of bad breaks. So our head ball right here was hard. It was hard to marry it up to the other 2 balls behind it. And a lot of the breaks are going to look sluggish like that one just because the rack is not. The table's not great. The balls are dirty and old. The rack is not great. It's one of those little plastic flimsy racks. So we did the best we could, you know, with the equipment we had. We did the best we could. All right, am I going to try to bank this one maybe? The bank is there, and it leads to the 2, so maybe I do try it. I did. I missed it. Am I going to get 2 times? I am going to get 2 times, but I think I may have hooked myself a little bit. I don't think I can make that 2. It's possible. More than likely, though, I may have to just slightly jump, just the edge of that 3. And I hate doing that because the accuracy on that, for me anyway, is very low when I play a jump. I could also just kick behind it, you know, and hit it, and it might actually go here if I hit it right, but I'll have to see what I'm going to play it in the side pocket. That's what I'm trying for. I'm trying to kick it like that into the side pocket. It's not an easy shot. But I played it for that reason because the cue ball, if I was going to miss it like I did, I knew it would head down this direction. If I would have played that softer and the cue ball stayed down here somewheres, anywhere in this area, it would have just made his life a lot harder, you know. Oh, instead, now you're making 2 at once, Jerry. Fancy. I didn't know you were going to make 2 at once there. Geez, showing off already, man. Cheers, everybody. I hope everyone's having a great day. Did I tell you not to forget like? Forget like? Hit the like button. How do you? I don't know. Man, I'm having a real hard time speaking today. My brain is foggy, probably because it's Saturday, you know. I feel like I should be on the beach somewhere. It's hot outside, you know. But hey, you know, I can't complain too much. I get to watch a game of pool, you know, and hang out with my friends. That's you guys. You know, some of you guys are my friends. Most all of you are my friends. There's a few haters that jump in there, you know. But most of you guys are my friends. My friends, my friends. Anyway, guys, I don't even know what I'm talking about today. I'm literally just talking to talk, and that's craziness. I want to get into this match, though, because this is actually, it ends up being a really good match. You know how I know? Because I played it. You know, it's a pretty good match. I remember thinking, man, that was a good match when I was done. Am I going to bank this? Yeah, tried. At least I'm going to try to bank it. He's got a shot. It's just not the easiest shot in the world. Cue ball is going to travel this way, depending on what spin he puts on. If he puts no spin, he'll come down like this. He put left spin on it, and he hit it a little fat. So he missed the shot, and the cue ball actually hit inside a lot more than he expected it to because he didn't cut it exactly where he was hoping to cut it. He left me another bank, though. This one's a whole lot easier than the last one. Just a little pop, pop. I don't think I'm going to miss this bank. Just based on what I remember of this match, I was shooting pretty good, so I think this bank will go in. Whew. After I said that, I thought to myself, man, I hope it goes in. I'm going to look like an idiot. And sure enough, it went in, so I was good. Don't worry, I'll still look like an idiot somehow, but it'll be something I do to myself typically. You know what I mean? Oh, that was a good stroke too, man. That was not bad. Good job, Josh. Good job getting a little stroke. You know, it feels nice the way I've been struggling lately to actually hit a couple nice shots, play a whole match that's fairly decent, you know. And don't get me wrong, I make some stupid mistakes, but for the most part, my stroke's feeling a little bit better in this match than it did in the last match at least. All right, I'm up 3-1 already, man. So it's a 2-4 race. I'm actually doing very well. Still can't get the break to work though, man. Like I said, the racks are loose, and it's not Jerry's fault. It was happening on the other table when we played 8-ball too. Just the equipment doesn't lend for a nice tight rack. It's hard. And I know that because when I racked for him, it was the same way, man. I had to spend a lot of time just to try to get them as tight as I could, and they were never like perfect. So I know Jerry's not trying to get me on that bad rack. It's just the way it goes. He missed his shot, so I'm back at the table. I've got to look at the 1-9, but I don't think I take that here. That's a sucker shot, to be honest with you. I'll probably end up trying to play a safety. Yep. I like that safety because I think the 3-ball might block up his hit. And even if he does make the good hit, he literally has to combo the 1 into the 6 to make anything. And, yeah, like that. I mean, I did all I could, you know what I mean? Chances of him making that were low, so it was a pretty good safety, but, you know, that's the chance you take. That's why you see pros don't safety nearly as often, because they know even if the chance of the other person making it is low, it's still a chance. And in a pro level, you know, once they make one shot, even if it's lucky, typically they get out. You know, so pros tend not to do that. They'll go for a crazy shot sometimes before they play a safety. Not always, you know. I guess it just depends on the pro and the mood and how they're playing that day. But typically, you'll see the good pros play a lot more aggressive because they don't want the other player to have an opportunity to create something and make something happen. I don't know what I was trying to do there on that shot. I was trying to think of why I would shoot it that way, and it just, you know, nothing comes to mind. So there you go. Brain fart. I just shot it just to shoot it. I don't know why. All right, Jerry was trying to play a safety. I think he was trying to sneak the cue ball right in behind that 5. I don't think he did, though. I actually think I've got a clear look to make this 5 ball. The only problem is, look at the 2-way up table. If I have a little angle, I might be able to follow, but man, that's tough. I don't know about that. We'll have to see. I did try to follow, and I hit the point. It worked out great. Had I not hit the point, I think I still would have hit this and came up in here like that. So it still would have worked out either way, but I did not intend to hit that point. Straight top on this one. Oh, I missed the shot, you know. Sometimes I like to do that. I like to just miss, you know, occasionally. Occasionally. 60% of the time, it works 100% of the time, Ricky Bobby. It's just the way it goes. Oh, did he spin it enough? I think perfect. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that looks good. How's he shaped the 4 here, though? I mean, he's got a couple options. He could put just straight right on the cue ball and let it come this way. And I think he could shape it like that. Man, we have to see how he does it, though, because it's really up to how his stroke works. That was a pretty good way to play it. So he did opposite. Instead of right, he used bottom left to bring the cue ball back this way. And it still worked out great for him as well. Missed the cut into the side, though, and left me an open shot, man. Left me an open shot. Getting the 5 ball here, I'll probably just throw this. So you see the angle, right? That's the angle I have. Cue ball comes this way to make that angle. So what I'll do is, instead of aiming it directly into the pocket, I'll aim it to hit like here, but I will put right spin on the cue ball. That way the 4 ball will throw into the pocket. But since I can cheat the angle, the right spin allows me to hit the 4 ball more full and leave the cue ball closer to where I hit the 4. I don't know if all that makes sense, or if you understood what I was saying there. If not, I apologize, but it's throw, and you can use it to hold for shape because you don't have to hit the object ball with as much of an angle. So I didn't end up doing it there, but it was a good possibility that that's what I was going to do there. Straight or top? Top. I don't know why I did that. Shouldn't have done that. I should have just used straight center ball and bounced over this way and came back anywhere into there, and I could have made that 7, man. That was stupid of me to try to use top and come around this way. I don't even know what I was doing there, man. Simple mistake, man. That was dumb, you know, but it happens. I make those mistakes quite often. We're amateurs, you know what I mean? Or I'm an amateur anyway. I know some of you guys out there are pros probably, but me, no sir. Amateur, you know? That's what I am. I'm an amateur. That's going to cost me the rack here, though. And Jerry's going to get to 2. I was up 2 games. Now I'm only going to be up 1 game. Yes. And we got us a closer match now. So let's see what happens here. Jerry's up to break. Let's see if his break... You know, those balls seem to spread a little better on his break. Jerry, bro, you know, we had the same rack. I was giving him crap. I know Jerry, guys, so I'm not just dogging him for no reason. I'm just playing around with him. And I was giving him the business while we were playing as well. That was a push out, guys, not a foul. So if you're not familiar with what a push out is, the first shot after the break in 9-ball, you have the whichever player it is, the breaker or the other player, whoever has the first shot after the break is allowed to call a push out and move the cue ball to wherever they want to on the table. They don't have to make a good hit, and the incoming player can either play it or they can choose to make the other player shoot. That's a push out. You know, most of you guys already know this stuff, but I feel like I've got to say it because there's always some people who don't know. You know? Am I gonna try to make the combo? Gee, that was a crazy attempt. Instead, I made the 7. I didn't even see that shot, man. What a shot. You know, I never would have thought in a million years I would have played that. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic, right? That was complete slop. Complete slop-a-rooney, man. But I'll take it, though, because it keeps me at the table. Not that I have a big opportunity here. I don't know a whole lot I can do. Maybe slide the cue ball behind the 9. That's what I'm trying to do. I hit it too hard, though. Dang. Had I not hit that so hard, I could have left him right here, and he would have been in Trouble. That spells trouble, in case you don't know. You know. In case you don't know, it spells trouble. All right, Jerry. Can he see this? He sure can. Right past the 6. And he left himself a pretty good shot on the 2. You know, he's got a good look at it. He doesn't have to do anything to get to the 3. The 4 does pass the 5, so this is a pretty good looking table until he missed that shot. Now it's a good looking table for moi. That means me. You know, I don't know if it's French or what, but it means me, I think. All right, so I will cut this 2 in with a little bottom to come this way, and then left to come this way, and back up into here for shape on the 3. No, I went above the 9. Not sure why I played it that way. Maybe I was afraid of getting this angle. I don't know why. I mean, it works just the same. So straight right spin, you cheat this one, cut it off to the side, and then straight right spin. Yeah, perfect. Ooh, watch that scratch, though. Nah, that worked out nice. Straight right spin. There was no top or bottom on that. A little bit of draw there just to hold for the angle on the 5. Now this one I can hit a little bit firm and come out this way for the shot, or I can just hit it soft and come up over here. Okay, I drew it. I didn't even use the top rail. So I just drew it straight over and back out. That was fine too, man. Many different options. Many different options. I'll probably draw this one too then if I'm feeling good about drawing. Yeah. Yeah. I normally wouldn't play that one that way, but since I drew that first shot, I knew that I was feeling good on my draw shot, so I knew I'd probably shoot another draw shot. Could have played that one many different ways as well. I just figured I would draw. This one's easy here, man. This is another draw shot. You just pinch draw it slightly. Cue ball comes back up over into here, and you got the 9 down in the corner. And that, my friends, should be the end of this rack. Why did I move the cue ball so far there, guys? Maybe it was more angle than I wanted to finesse. So instead of pinch drawing, I just let my stroke out a little bit. But I didn't do that well on that shot. I still have a shot on the 9 I'll probably make, but you never know. Yeah, see? That's what happens, man. Yeah, that doesn't even count. On tap, you have to put the 9 ball in the intended pocket. You're supposed to mark the pocket as well. As you can see, we didn't mark the pocket so far on this one. And league operator's probably going to get mad at me if she watches this video. I apologize to you, girl. You know who you are. I'm not going to say no names, but you don't have to get mad at me. Don't get upset, you know. I'll take this as my warning right now. Don't bother calling me. I've warned myself. All right. So he did end up winning that rack, and now we're tied 3-3. I just let a 2-game lead slip away for no reason, so now I really need to focus and buckle down. He broke dry, but did not leave me a shot on this one ball, man. So I'm likely going to push out here. What am I doing? Oh my gosh, I got the jump cue out. Pray for me, guys. Pray for me, you know? Pray for me. Hopefully I'm going to put the jump cue back because I got no business trying to jump this one ball. Yeah. Chances of me making this are almost nothing.
You sure about that?
Yeah. I don't agree with this. The only way I would ever shoot a shot like this is if I just, for some reason, you get that feeling sometimes where you know you can make a shot. And I did it. Man, I can't believe I did that. Well, I can't believe I took the shot, okay? Me taking that shot was very low percentage. It was not the right way to play it. I'm very pleased that I actually made the shot, but I don't know how well it helped me because the 2-ball is now here and I am blocked from it. But the good news for me is this 4-ball sitting here makes this side pocket huge. You see me going to measure it up right now. So I am going to try to kick down here and hit the side of this 2-ball, sending it that direction. Maybe I go straight in. Maybe I hit the 4 and go in. Maybe I don't. You know, but that's my best opportunity here. And it went dead in, man. Some games are just like that, you know, where you can't seem to miss anything. I wish that happened all the time, but it doesn't, you know. It doesn't. But it happened the first 2 shots for me in this game. Now I cut the 3, nice and easy. Hopefully don't hit the 5. Yeah, perfect. If I'd have hit the 5 there, I might have been in trouble. I didn't hit the 5 though, so I ended up okay. Now I can just play this up table and just not even really a draw, just kind of a stun draw, just to float the cue ball this way a little bit. I don't want to like draw it. I just want to float it over like that. Yep. Just like that. All right, so the 6 goes here, it goes there. So I will just probably make this and come straight back over this way, just to shoot that in either one of those 2 pockets. I use 2 rails. That's still same principle. I just use 2 rails because that way I could stroke it a little fuller and not have to like let off my stroke. Straight follow on this one. Bring the cue ball up into here probably. Yep. Center ball, I could use follow on this one. Center ball is going to go like this. Follow is going to come off this top rail and come down this way. So I'll probably use a little bit of follow, maybe a touch of left, but I don't have to necessarily use the left. Okay, I went 2 rails again. I'm seeing a theme here. I'm seeing a theme. You know, I'm in the mood to let my stroke all the way out and not finesse, which is smart sometimes, you know. I want to stroke all the way through it. I don't want to have to let off my stroke, so I'm using the extra rail to shape. That'll work. I'll take that, man. Nice little shot on the 9 down in the corner with a pinch draw so I don't scratch here. Maybe I could just use stun and miss the scratch, but it gets pretty tight that way, so I'll probably draw it back a little bit, I would assume. I could go on the side maybe too, but I like the corner. Yeah. Yeah, hey, that was a pretty good rack. I know I had a couple like crazy shots in there, but I was feeling good about them at the time, obviously, and now I'm going to scratch on the break. So, you know, the good rack negated by a scratch on the break on the second rack. The next rack, not the second rack. Man, sometimes talking is hard, guys. You know, some days I feel like talking is difficult. Speaking, I guess, talking. You know, that's that Midwest accent. Talking. Sometimes speaking is difficult. Sometimes, good sir, speaking is very difficult for a gentleman such as myself. You know, you know what I'm talking about, little Timmy. You already know, bro. You already know, bro. And I don't even know who No Bro is, but I'm sure he's somewhere. All right. Jerry says, no, bro. You can't be getting games on me. I'm going to come back at you like this, sucker. And he's going to play one. He's going to try his best to get out here, man. And he very well may get out. We'll have to see. Ever wish you could play like Efren Reyes? If you buy our new line of short rail merchandise, I can guarantee you'll play as good as Efren Reyes. I'm sorry, I was just informed I can't say that. I can guarantee you will not play as good as Efren Reyes. You'll still suck, but you'll look good doing it. Get you some. You'll still suck, but you'll look good doing it. I love that commercial still. I made that one a long time ago, and I still like it. Not even going to talk about that, you know. Enough said. We all seen it. You know, we all seen what happened there. I'm not going to say nothing about it. I'm very surprised and shocked, as you can see by my O face. But we don't have to talk about it no more. What am I going to do here? I'm going to try to bank this one this way, softly, and cross the cue ball back up table. The double kiss is a possibility here, and it makes this safety very difficult. I needed inside English. I put outside English. I still got lucky, though. Look at that. Got a horseshoe right up my rectum. Rectum. Dang near killed him. You know? I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, guys. But I got super lucky on that. That's not what I was trying to put. If I would have used inside English there, the cue ball would have came back up this way and missed the double kiss. The two ball would have ended up hopefully around here somewhere. But, you know, it's not what happened. I double kissed it. The cue ball got lucky. Two ball ended up in a good spot for me. And Jerry made a good hit, man. That was a nice hit. Is he going to leave me a shot? Possibly a two-way. I'm going to bank it up here and just put a little bit of draw. Not really draw, more of like a stun draw. So the cue ball just slides over into this little pocket right there is what I want to do. Oh, see, I drew it too much. I drew it too much. Man, so that two-way really ended up being a one-way, you know? You ever get that? Where you're hoping to have like a two-way or a three-way and it ends up being a one-way, you know? It's just like prom night. Just like prom night. You know, it's a family channel. I'm just kidding, guys. Don't explain that joke to the kids. Don't explain it to them. They don't need to know yet. They've got some time before they need to know that joke. All right, so I have a shot, obviously, but where's that six ball? What's that six ball do? Six ball don't do nothing. I don't think I can even bank it like this because the nine's in the way for where I need to hit it. What I could do from right here where I'm at is bank the six ball through there. Well, not on that angle, more like this. Bank the six ball through there, withdraw on the cue ball so it comes back like this. And I could try to play a safety on them. And I got the position to do that from here. So if I hit the six as full as possible, bank it up this way, withdraw, the cue ball should come off this rail and back over into this little pocket. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. Not bad. Not too bad at all. Oh, don't keep rolling though. I don't like it being right. I still hooked him, but he's right in front of that pocket now. So all he's got to do is hit that six and it goes in. I think he'll probably jump this one. No? I mean, he doesn't even have a full ball to jump over here on the nine. He's only got like that much of the ball. So realistically, he only has to clear about half the ball, maybe less than half the ball. And I think he can make that six ball. So let's see if he gets a jump cue. He may kick at it too. I don't know. Jerry does know how to jump. Obviously, if you watch, I think if you watch our 8-ball, we've seen him jump. I can't remember already if we've seen him jump in this match or not, Pop. You know, all the matches kind of run together for me. You know what I mean? They all run together. I watch so many of them. Is he going to try to curve it? He might try to curve it as well. It kind of looks like that's what he's prepping to do, curve shot. I don't hate the curve shot here. Only problem with the curve shot, he can't really control the cue, and he could scratch, but if he doesn't scratch, he's going to hit up here, and the spin's going to take him that way. Never mind. Never mind, guys. I was in the middle of explaining what could happen, and instead, he showed us what did happen. Now, this combo is fairly easy. This will probably be the end of our match here. We'll have to see, though, for sure, how it goes. We'll have to see. My bet is I'm probably going to make it, though. You know what I mean? There it is. That's our match, boys and girls. That is our match. Jerry, thanks so much for letting me record it. You rock, brother. Man, it's always a pleasure to play you. I enjoyed playing you in 8 and 9. And if you want to do it again, bro, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up. Everybody out there, thank you guys all for watching, man. If you want Raven Cues, you saw the logo. Whoa, why am I moving, bro? Why am I moving? You saw the logo in the upper corner of the screen. There's a discount code Josh, Raven Pro. It's all carbon fiber, rolled carbon fiber, so it's stronger than like the rhinos and the Chinese stuff that you get. It's rolled carbon fiber, so it's very strong, and they hit like $1 million, dude. But they're in the hundreds, not the thousands. You can get it for less than $400, man. Raven Pro, and you can use discount code Josh, save an extra 10%. That's like $40 off. Anyways, guys, I don't mean to give you an advertisement, man. Just wanted to get a video out for you. Thanks for hanging. I'm going to get some more videos out. We're still playing League every week, so we'll get 2 videos a week for League. And I've got some other stuff on the horizon, so stay tuned. If you haven't already, feel free to hit the subscribe button. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.